Hello there. In today's video, I will be further developing an old sketch into a finished illustration. A few months ago, I drew this adorable dog wizard in my sketchbook, and ever since, I've kind of had it in the back of my mind as something that I wanted to revisit and develop further. So I am finally taking the time to sit down and make this dog wizard into a finished piece. I've also made the decision to make this voiceover more of like a chit-chatty, freestyle, unscripted type of video because I see so many other artists making them and I thought it would be fun to give it a go. I've done this I think one other time and I really want to get better at it, and really the only way to get better is to practice. So here it is. So I initially made this piece at the end of October, and this came at the perfect time. I was doing lots of different prompts from drawing challenges and also just making some Halloween themed art that I thought would be fun to make that wasn't inspired by a drawing challenge. So by this point, I was a little bit burnt out when the theme for the day was costume, and I honestly didn't know what I wanted to make because I had been making so much work throughout the month of October. And I thought, okay, what can I do? So I flipped through my sketchbook, I was reminded of my dog wizard, and I thought, okay, that's what I'm making. Now, of course, I am still taking the time to really work on the preliminary phase where I'm refining my sketches, I'm working out color comps, and I'm just making sure that I like the whole composition, because really this makes up the entire backbone of the whole illustration. Now, this was one of the last Halloween-themed illustrations I made during the month of October, and I am actually so ready to dive into all the other holidays that come along with each of these coming months. I have lots of cozy and just fall-themed ideas that I want to turn into illustrations, so you can see all of that over on my Instagram, where I do post the most frequently. There are also lots of drawing challenges coming up, and there's one that starts just next week, actually on the 17th, that I'd like to do, so a whole lot of drawing challenges that I'll also be participating in over on Instagram. I'm really trying not to jump into any Christmas art just yet because, for one, I am trying to be more present, trying to focus on what's happening in the moment right now and not anticipating the future, and two, last year, I jumped into Christmas the day after Halloween by decorating and watching all the holiday movies and singing the songs, but by the time Christmas rolled around, I was a little tired of just hearing the Kelly Clarkson Christmas album, so this year I'm just trying to hold off at least, I think, until the week of Thanksgiving to jump in. So I'd also like to take a moment to say thank you to you for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. That has been a goal of mine for such a long time. So thank you so much to you for your support. I have been online for a while, a very long time. Like long before YouTube and TikTok, I've been on Instagram for years, and I have not seen this much of like a positive change come my way ever. So like to make it to 1,000 is kind of insane to me. And of course I know there are plenty of artists who do have like tens of thousands and like hundreds of thousands of followers, subscribers, and they get to that point within like a couple months of like making their channel. That's great for them, but I am so proud of myself for this journey that I've been on because it has taken me so long. It's funny because I was recently looking through my channel and looking at past videos, and just over a year ago I made another video like this, another chatty, just chit-chat, paint with me video, where I mentioned that I had recently made it to 100 subscribers. So it is just nice to see my efforts are paying off, and like I said earlier, I've really seen a lot of this change in the last few months where I have been more consistent and I've really tried to improve the quality of my videos. I really worked to kind of change up things like the way that I film, the topics that I choose to talk about, and even my editing style. I'm really happy to say that I have come a long way since then, since that video that I made last year, and hopefully in another year I'll be able to say I got to 10,000 subscribers or even more than that. So that's the next goal. and I still just want to focus right now on getting to 1,000 because that has been a goal of mine for forever, and I just want to stay in this moment and be so proud of myself. As far as my plans for this channel, I really enjoy filming my drawing process, as you can see from this video. I think it's interesting to see how another artist works, so I'm always like more than ready to click on these draw with me style videos when I see someone else has made one. I've also really enjoyed the how-to videos, like my greeting card one. That was a lot of fun, and that was just kind of like a little bit different for me. So I'd love to make more how-to videos. Maybe if I did one about my magnetic bookmarks, I think that could be neat. Studio vlogs have also been something that I'm trying out, and I really enjoy them. I like the relaxed nature of those. And something else that I have tried, I think once or twice, I've made like a crafting video. Last year I know I made my little Christmas village. I painted that and I made that into a whole video. And yes, I am an illustrator, but I'm also a huge crafter, so I'd love to share more of that side of myself with you. So let me know in the comments what you would like to see from me. Is it more studio vlogs or more of these chatty draw or paint with me, or would you want to see me crochet, or just let me know because I would love to hear it. I'd really appreciate some feedback on what you think I could do or what you'd like to see from me. I just thought of another how-to video that I'd like to make. It's how I use Procreate. I really have developed a nice streamlined process when I work in Procreate, where I go into it knowing exactly how I like to make my work from start to finish. So from the type of brushes I use to the way that I use clipping masks and alpha lock, the whole process. I think that'll be a video you'll see from me in the near future because I just really want to make it, and I think that others could benefit from it because everyone works a little bit differently from program to program and of course from artist to artist, so I'm sure that there is something that you could pick up on from the way that I work versus how you work versus another artist that you've seen. So please be on the lookout for that because that's one that I'll be working on pretty soon. The last thing that I wanted to touch base on is that this content creation journey that I've been on has not been an easy one, but I still think it's so important to just continue to show up for yourself, especially in those early phases of your journey. I highly encourage you to just continue to make the content that you really want to make. Allow yourself to also jump out of your comfort zone and kind of experiment and see what works and what doesn't. That way you can find out what your audience enjoys and what you versus what you enjoy making. Those are probably a lot closer related than you may think. I really appreciate the time that I've taken to experiment with my editing style and voiceovers like this one, and even just how I film my videos. I think that's really kind of forced me to break out of old habits and just ultimately make better quality videos. I think the biggest key has been consistency and the quality of your content. So if you are just starting out or if you've been at this for years like I have, my advice is to persevere, keep making your content, continue to experiment, and just know that if you really put in the work and you build a little community, you can see the results that you want. Well, this illustration is finished and I am so happy with how it came out. I think it's so magical, so fun. I love the glowing effect that I added to it. I'm so glad that I took the time to go through my sketchbook and remind myself that this dog wizard sketch even existed. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you loved this video because I enjoyed making it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!